Stock is reducing.
Yeah.
As some landlords quit the sector, I mean, I use the word some loosely. You feel it's quite a lot, Paul. And of course, Airbnb and other tenures, I mean, holiday homes and that sort of thing are starting to become more dominant. When you talk about stock, what are people saying to you about stock?
So it's very regionalised. So if you look at areas where so cities where people go on city breaks, holiday areas where people go on holidays, coastal areas where people go on weekend aways, places near festivals, places near entertainment venues, this sort of stuff, that's where the crunch is coming, because a lot of landlords and also just investors, you know, let's be honest here, there are quite a few building societies who are very famous who currently offer Airbnb mortgages. So it's not like, you know, so it's a very specific sector. So that I think is part of the stock reduction problem. The other is that a lot of landlords who might have been quitting in 2 years are going, I'm going to quit now. Yeah. I don't think any landlord is going to go, you know what, I've got a nice business, but I'm going to leave it.
Yeah.
But I think there are a lot who are going to go, I'm retiring, or I'm going to move abroad, or I'm going to give it all to
my... Well, they're reevaluating because
yeah.
it's different than what it was 10, 15 years
But
ago.
is this not an opportunity for landlords as well?
Well, rents are sky high.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And if a landlord is looking to quit, it's an opportunity for another landlord to come in with a tenant already in place, or... you know, a property that is relatively up to standard in order to rent.
Well, and ironically, the figures out this week were saying that there's been a collapse in first-time buyers.
Yeah. Well, so the mortgage rates have been pulled.
Yeah, well, look, let's try and get the elephant in the room out there. It is the first-time buyer market that all of this economic turmoil is going to hurt the most.
Yeah.
And it's horrible to say it, but that is it.
Yeah.
The statistics out there is that outside of first-time buyers, half the population that own a home own it almost outright or with a very small mortgage outstanding. But it's jumping onto that bandwagon, which is people.
Yeah, but on that stat, Ed, and the England Housing Survey came out. So 45% of renters out there don't have any savings at all.
I understand.
And only 10% can afford a 95% mortgage. Well, where are you going to get a 95% mortgage?
Not now.
Exactly.
Not now.
Yeah. So unless you've got rich parents.
So, I mean, what is the future then? I mean, is there? We bandy stats round as property experts. Can we call ourselves?
And they're dangerous stats to be banding around.
Is there any evidence out there that we can actually point people to say, yes, property stock is dropping, yes, landlords are exiting?
Well, I've got one stat.
Where do you get your information?
I get it everywhere. I speak to people. Like
the English
Nigel.
Housing Survey.
I do my own surveys, as you know, from Hamilton Fraser, Landlord Action. I can tell you now, and we did a survey, I think it was a month ago, where 1,500 or 1,800 Landlord Action clients, so on the coalface, of landlords that had served Section 21 notices in the last 12 months, 26% have done so because they're selling their property. And you can't get better stats than that. And they're people that have actually instructed landlord action to get their property back.
And the RICS, sorry, you asked guys, RICS has also recently come out with data which clearly shows there are landlords leaving the market.
I mean, anyone I speak to, I think that we talked to institutions, and we were at this corporate meeting last week in our office, weren't we? And we had 20 corporate landlords in the office, didn't we?
They had 7,000 properties between them.
So something ridiculous. And they've all got the appetite, or they all want to buy more. And there's funds out there and whatever. So we know that there are much more institutional investors coming in, and they can scale up when it comes to change of EPCs and whatever, because they still see that it's still a good investment because rents are still rising.
Yeah, absolutely.